Hello everyone. Welcome to our study and our learning of Greek grammar. And today I'll be speaking about adjectives. One of the things that you need to understand when we talk about an adjective is a word that modifies a noun or a pronoun. And we'll use the word agathos, which simply mean good, agathosa. So adjective can occur in all three genders, whether it's masculine, neuter, or feminine. The same adjective, like the word here, agathos, can occur in, this is actually masculine, but we also have in neuter, it will be agathon, while when you move it to feminine, it will be agathe. So that is it. And I just like to also share with you that the adjective has three main use. The first use is the attributive use. So when an adjective is used as attributive, the attributive adjective, it actually gives a quality or it attributes to the word it is modifying. So it's giving a quality to the word it is modifying. Like an example, when someone says, she learned modern Greek. So the usage of modern, she learned modern Greek. The use of the word modern is attributive one because it's giving quality to the noun, which is Greek. She learned modern Greek. But we also have what we call a predicate, use of an adjective, something that we'll just learn later. But also we have a substantive or adjective. This function as if it were a noun. So you see, you have um, you have the adjective, but it simply function as a noun, and that is what we call attributive use. I want us now to look at some of the examples that show us that when you see something, when you see an adjective, you can easily detect and know what kind of an adjective is this. How is it used? Is it an attributive one or predicate one or substantive? To begin with, attributive is that the adjective is always preceded by the definite article. So when you see the adjective preceded with the definite article, or in other words, we are saying that the adjective is articular. That is what we you know that it functions there as attributive. So it actually agree with the word it modifies in case, in number, and in gender. So the word order most of the time does not matter. Look at this sentence. O agathos anthropos. Remember that in the attributive use, the adjective is always preceded by the definite article. In other words, the article comes before the adjective. And if you see our adjective here, agathos, is preceded by the definite article ho, which tells you now this is the attributive adjective, and it can be translated as so what you're saying is that the word order does not matter. So you can also see this second sentence, or anthropos or agathos. So you see again, although anthropos has come first, but you have or agathos, which again you see is preceded by the definite article. So it doesn't matter whichever arrangement you take, but you always translate it as the good man or the good person. So it's actually good agathos is trying to explain more about the noun anthropos, that this man is good or this person is good. And then let's move to the next, that is a predicate use. So the predicate use is, you notice in the predicate use, the adjective is not preceded by the definite article. So when you see that you have the adjective but is not preceded by the definite article or is anathrous, then you know that it is sure the predicating nature of the adjective. So a predicate adjective asserts something about the subject, and the verb to be is either stated or implied. Like when someone says God is good, that is a predicate adjective usage. Let me share with you this example, agathos anthropos. So you can see here the adjective agathos is not preceded by the definite article. So again, you will have another arrangement, although it's still the same, or anthropos, agathos. So whether it's agathos anthropos or anthropos agathos, in both ways, you see that the adjective is not preceded by the definite article agathos. So this one is translated as you can say a man, or the man is good. Like in the first sentence, you can say a man, but in the second sentence, that is the man is good. So that is a predicate use. It's unlike the other one that we have just attributive use that is preceded by the definite article, but here it just stands as it is. And finally, we have a substantive. You see, when we're talking about substantive adjective, is that this function as if it were a noun. As you know that adjective most of the time they give attribute or quality to the noun, but here the substantive use is that the adjective itself, it functions as a noun, and the adjective is preceded by the definite article, but there is no word to modify. Note that and understand it very well. And it's preceded by the definite article, but there's no word to modify. Like what you have here, agathe. So if you look at this, you notice that the adjective agathe is preceded by the definite article he, but there's no word to modify. So one of the way to translate it is to say the good woman, because this is feminine. Agathe is feminine, so the good woman. I hope you are following me very well. So let me end out my presentation today by speaking about the demonstrative pronouns. And we'll start with the demonstrative pronoun near. This is actually something that I would like to show you, which uses the word hutos. Hutos is a demonstrative pronoun for near. So it follows all the endings of first and second declension, as you can see here. Hutos, tuton, tuto, tutu, utoi, tutus, tutois, and tuton. all these are in singular, it means this. In the plural, it means this. And again, in the neuter, tutor, 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 tutu, tauta, tauta, tutois, tuton, all of this also, it shows you they're following the ending of second declension. And finally, you have outer. Again, all these ending are the endings that you already know. So in singular, you translate them as this. In plural, you translate them as this, as you can see here. So thank you so much for following. Now, let's look at the demonstrative pronoun far. So this one uses the vocabulary ekeinos, which means that, different from utos, which means this. So it also follows the ending of first and second declension, as you can see, ekeinos, ekeinon, ekeino, ekeinu, ekeinoi, ekeinus, ekeinois, ekeinon. The same with neuter, ekeino, ekeina, ekeina. And then dative and genitive in both singular and plural, they look alike. And then in the feminine gender, it will be ekeine. So it's only the ending that change, which means that. So you can translate in singular as that, but also in plural as that. Those. So that in singular, those in plural. So thank you so much, my dear viewer, for following me as I take you step to step in our learning of Greek language. And welcome next time as we'll continue diving together in this wonderful lesson. Thank you and bye-bye.